Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Today was Miracle Treat Day at the local Lloydminster Dairy Queen, where money from Blizzard sales will be going towards the Edmonton Stollery Hospital. With more, here's our Sarah Baker.
It was a busy day for Miracle Treat Day at the Lloydminster Dairy Queen, a day which means something special to many of the Dairy Queen staff, including manager Joanne Schiller.
Because my granddaughter was premature, so she had the use of this different at a hospital, you know, a NICU unit. She was in there for a while. So it does mean something to me, but also to the community. They support us so much.
For the customers who came in, being able to donate to the stollery was a great cause.
My daughter was a patient of the stollery when she was younger, so I just came down to support the stollery and maybe help someone out who might be in the same boat as we were when she had to visit.
This year, the local Dairy Queen has a goal of raising $20,000 to go towards the Edmonton Stollery Hospital. In past years, money raised has gone to assist many individuals, including the Miracle Treat family who attended the event.
My son Jace is 6 years old and he was born with hydronephrosis. He is a stollery kid. He had his left kidney and ureter removed when he was 3 years old. And so now we visit to the stollery just about on a monthly basis, just for checkups and everything to make sure everything is still going okay. It's absolutely wonderful to see so many people coming out again, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Sarah Baker, Primetime Local News.
It was a very warm day here in the border city, kept getting warmer every hour. It's time now to check in with Marcus Taylor, who has a look at our evening weather forecast.
Thanks so much, Jace. So starting off in the border city here, it's 28 degrees here currently. As you mentioned, Jace, it's a warm one and it has been getting warmer all day. We can see the clouds in the sky have kind of stuck around all day. They don't seem to be going anywhere. We might see that for the rest of the day. The winds currently, it's 5 kilometers coming from the west side. We're going to take a look around the region, starting on the Alberta side. Currently, the temperatures in Lac La Biche sitting at 30 degrees. Same thing goes for Wainwright. Provost on the south side there at 32 degrees currently. That's the highest in the Alberta region. Vegreville is sitting at 28. Edmonton and St. Paul sitting at 26, so a little cooler there in those regions. Now taking a look at the Saskatchewan side, up north, Isle La Crosse sitting at 30 degrees, the same as Green Lake. As we move south, we can see Maidstone sitting at about 27 degrees right now. North Battleford, 29, and Macklin sitting at the highest in the region, 31 degrees. Moving on, currently in North Battleford, it is 28 degrees with a nice bright sun. Overnight, we can see it dipping down to a low of about 13 degrees. We might see some rain overnight there as well. Tomorrow in North Battleford, it's going to be 27 degrees for the high, and maybe just a couple clouds will be popping in here and there. In Cold Lake, it's currently 29 degrees with some clouds here and there. The sun is just peeking through. Overnight, it's going to dip down to about 15 degrees for the low. Tomorrow, it should be about 24 degrees. We may see some clouds here and there, maybe not. The sun might peek through. Moving on back to the border city, as we said, it's 28 degrees here currently. Overnight, it's going to be about 16 degrees for the low. Tomorrow, it'll be about 25 degrees, so same kind of thing, partly cloudy here in the border city. Your 3-day forecast for Lloydminster. Tomorrow, it's going to be 25 degrees for the high, some cloud here and there, 16 degrees for the low. As we move into the weekend, it may start raining on Saturday. Maybe some thunder showers here and there, 26 degrees for the high though, so it still should be pretty warm that day. 15 degrees for the low on Saturday, of course. Moving on to Sunday, 25 degrees for the high. It'll be partly cloudy, so maybe some clouds on the weekend, but it should still be warm. That's all the time we have for weather. We'll be back with more news after the break.
Welcome back. Lakeland College has hired on a new director of applied research, and our Thomas Wildman spoke with him for more on his new job.
Today we have Francois Paradis, the new director of applied research at Lakeland College. He's here to tell us today about his life and about how he came to get this job. And so thank you so much for being with us today, Francois.
Thanks for having me, Thomas. I appreciate that.
Francois, how did you end up getting to be the new director of applied research at Lakeland?
Yeah, so since 2015, I was at the University of Alberta. I had a great position there, working with great people in the Faculty of Agricultural Life and Environmental Science. But over the years, I got into a higher administrative position, and that took me away from research. And so this opportunity came about to rekindle with my passion for agriculture research. And so here I am. And I do have an interesting, unique background in that I have both formal research training and senior administration experience in post-secondary institution.
So, Francois, what exactly are you going to do as the director of applied research? As well, what is kind of your goals and hopes to do now that you're part of Lakeland? You did mention agriculture being something you were interested in.
That's a good question. So, I mean, my role really is to lead the applied research and innovation team here, and our focus is primarily on commercial agriculture. So, our applied research focus on livestock and crop research. So, this includes a number of responsibility for project and grant administration, financial management, stakeholder relation, and also faculty and student engagement to ensure that we provide opportunity for the students and improve their learning experience, and ultimately providing leadership to a really talented team of researchers and research technologists that execute high quality research.
And so, Francois, when exactly are you going to end up starting at Lakeland?
So the position started I started on May 17th. So I've been a little bit over 2 months in the position. So even if I have experience in post-secondary, the college environment is very different. So it's been a very interesting learning curve. I'm working with an excellent team here at Lakeland College. The leadership group it's been fantastic and very welcoming. So I'm really looking forward to this opportunity.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Francois, and we hope to hear from you once again very soon about some of the research projects that you will be starting in the fall. And so thank you once again.
Thank you very much. And if I can just add one more thing, we do have our Livestock Research Day on August 25th at Lakeland College. So, if anybody is interested, there's possibility to come and see the research that we do on the livestock side.
Now here's a look at today's agriculture prices. Been 5 days of the 2022 Niagara Summer Games, and it's off to a good start. It's an exciting start for both Team Alberta and Saskatchewan. Both teams came into the event hopeful for high results and began prepping and training as soon as they arrived. Team Alberta began rolling out of the gate, picking up 4 swimming medals, including a gold medal on the first day, whereas Team Saskatchewan took a little while longer to get on the board. The Saskatchewan box lacrosse team played in the inaugural game and were surprised by the scale of the event.
Yeah, when I first stepped on the floor, I didn't realize how many people would be there and how much the cheering was and how different it was from just playing in Regina and House League. It was just really cool.
On day 4, Saskatoon native Hannah Lett's standout performance in the 50-meter fly para-swimming secured a bronze medal for Team Saskatchewan, the first and only medal of the game so far for the team. There's still plenty of Summer Games action left, however, and many team sport finals will be played soon. Keep an eye on Team Alberta softball and Lloydminster native Toby Top, who currently hold a 4-1 record, and look to go further in the tournament. The games run until August 21st, and to watch, you can visit Niagara2022games.com. And now it's time to take another look at your evening weather forecast with Marcus Taylor.
Thank Thanks so much, Jace. So yeah, we're gonna start off with the current temperatures around the region, starting in the central. We're gonna look at Alberta. We can take a look and see that Athabasca there on the north side, sitting at currently 30 degrees. Obviously, we do have extreme heat warnings out right now, so if you're in an area with heat temperatures like that, make sure that you're staying out of the sun and staying cool. We can take a look around. Whitecourt is sitting at 27 degrees. Jasper and Edson both sitting at 26. Or excuse me, Edson sitting at 23, Jasper and Rocky Mountain House both sitting at 26. And moving on to the Saskatchewan side, Meadow Lake currently sitting at 28, North Battleford currently sitting at 29, Melfort is sitting at 21 degrees. That's the coolest it is in Saskatchewan right now in the central region. Moving on to the northern region, we can take a look at the Saskatchewan side and see Uranium City up there on the north, sitting at 12 degrees. That's the lowest it'll be in the Saskatchewan side for this region. On the south side there, you can see Larange sitting at 30 degrees currently. Pretty warm there as well. Wollaston Lake sitting at 29, and then La Loche, Buffalo Narrows, and South End all sitting at 28. Looking at the Alberta side, however, we can see High Level is sitting currently at 16 degrees. Grand Prairie there in the south is the highest at 25. Slave Lake is sitting at 23. Fort Mac and Peace River both sitting at 22 degrees. Moving on to the southern regions, Coronation there and Calgary both sitting at 29 degrees currently. Banff is sitting at 30. Lethbridge and Medicine Hat there in the south, scorching hot, 35 degrees there right now. If you're there, you need to stay out of the heat. It's going to be killer, that heat. Moving on to the Saskatchewan side, Kinserly is sitting at 30 degrees in the north. That's the hottest on the Saskatchewan side there. Estevan, Regina, and Yorkton, 19 degrees, and then 18 degrees for Regina and Yorkton, so a little bit cooler in those areas. Looking at your overnight forecast now, Meadow Lake, Bonnyville, Paradise Hill, and Isle Lacrosse and Pierceland will all hit lows of 15 degrees overnight tonight. We can see that it is likely to rain in Meadow Lake, Bonnyville, and Paradise Hill, and that Murnum is going to hit a low of 12 degrees tonight. That'll be the coolest it'll get overnight. Wainwright will hit a low of 17 degrees, and that'll be the warmest. Now looking at your temperatures for tomorrow, we can start out and take a look at the Alberta side. Lac La Biche is sitting at 26 degrees. Lac La Biche tomorrow will hit a high of 26 degrees. Edmonton should hit about a 27 degree high, same as Wainwright. Provost, Vermilion, both going to hit highs of about 26. Looking at that Saskatchewan side, up north it'll be a little bit cooler. Isle Lacrosse is only at 22 degrees, and if we look all the way on the south side there, Macklin sitting at 28 degrees tomorrow, should get up to a high of about 28, so that'll be the warmest. You can kind of see the southern regions are going to be warmer tomorrow. And finally, taking a look at your 7-day forecast for Lloydminster. Friday, it's going to be 25 degrees for the high with some clouds here and there. As we move into the weekend, it will start raining on Saturday, and we might see some thunder showers on that day. It's going to be 26 degrees for the high the last day of the weekend. Sunday will be 25 degrees for the high, and the clouds will stick around. They'll roll into Monday, where it's going to be a 26 degree high at that day. Tuesday, we'll see the clouds start to disappear a little bit and a high of 27 degrees. Then as we move into the end of the week, Wednesday and Thursday, both going to be beautiful, bright, sunny days. 27 degrees for the high on that Wednesday and 28 degrees for the high on Thursday. Your averages for the week, 26 degrees for the high and 14 degrees for the low. That's all the weather we have for now. We'll be back with news after the break.
As we approach the month of September, Thorpe Recovery Center is gearing up for their annual Sober September Challenge. It's a challenge they do every year to help raise awareness and also funds for all the work that they do. I'm joined today with Tony Gray, the Marketing and Fund Coordinator for Thorpe Recovery Center. Tony, first of all, can you just share with us a little bit more about Sober September? What is this challenge all about?
Sober September is about giving up a bad habit for a month or taking up a good habit for the month, right? We're really trying to get people to walk a mile in the steps that our clients walk every day, right? You know, for everybody, it's just 30 days, unless they decide the change is beneficial to them and they want to keep going with it. But for our clients, it's much longer than that. Sometimes it's 42, or sometimes it could be even longer, right? So this challenge is all about awareness. So, just trying to really identify with what our clients go through every day that they're here.
So this is something that people will give up a habit, raising awareness. Is there also a financial component to it as well?
Yeah, so what it is it's kind of like a pledge drive, right? You say, I'm going to give up pop, I'm going to give up cookies, I'm going to give up something for the month of September. Support me in this effort, right? We share our stuff on social media. You're welcome to share whatever you want. And, we really encourage people to talk about their story, what it's like, how this month is shaping up for them as they progress through this new change in their life.
And now this is an event that Thorpe has put on, a challenge they put on for a number of years now. Can you talk a little bit about the impact that it has on not only the community, but Thorpe Recovery Center itself?
Well, one, it is our biggest fundraiser of the year, right? So that helps us, help treat clients every day. On the community, I'm always hearing great feedback from people like, I gave up this last year and it actually changed my life. I'm going to keep going with this. It's not just a diet. It's not just this. It's a new lifestyle, right? So we like being able to introduce people into healthier lifestyles with this challenge, and we hope that they continue on with it, but people make their own choices.
No, that's awesome. It's great to see that impact that it's having. What is the goal? Is there a goal of how much Thorpe is hoping to raise during this year's challenge?
Yeah, we're hoping to raise around $10,000, right? It's not the biggest amount, but it's enough to help us really help more clients, right? We help people from all over Canada, sometimes all over the world, but mainly most of our clients come out of Alberta, but any bit of funds let us help more people.
Oh, that's good to hear. And I know a lot of people may have taken part in this before, or maybe they're just learning about it now and they want to take part. How can people sign up and take part of this challenge?
No, for sure. On our website, if you thorperecoverycenter.org and you go to events, there'll be a sign-up spot under Sober September 2022, or else they can message us on Facebook and we can help them get signed up that way.
And I was just going to ask you before we go, is there anything else that's going on at Thorpe that you'd like to talk about? I know that there's always a lot of different events and good things that are happening at the center.
So this weekend, we're having our very first alumni event. We've been around for many years in the Lloydminster community, and we've helped many clients over the years, right? So this is a chance for us to give back to those alumni, celebrate their success, celebrate their recovery, and let them know we're proud of them. Our community's proud of them, right? We've never done anything like this, so we're so excited to have all these alumni coming back to hear their stories, to talk to our current clients, to show recovery is possible, and it might not be the easiest, but it is achievable.
Tony Gray is the Marketing and Fund Coordinator for Thorpe Recovery Center. Thanks so much for your time.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Joining us today for Primetime Local News is Jag Atwell, one of the founders of this event called Breaking the Silence. And now, this is a charity walk that aims to end the stigma of mental health issues. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today, Jag.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to chat with you.
Of course, no problem. I thought it was very important to be able to help get the word out about this, since this is going to be coming up pretty soon here. Now, what annual year is this walk now?
This is our 7th year, and so yeah, it's been going really, really good, and each year it gets bigger and better. And we fought through the pandemic, and so we actually went virtual for 2 years, and this is our first year back in person since 2019. So super excited.
I also wanted to kind of help get the word out on kind of the history of how this event, Breaking the Silence, really started up. Now, you founded this with someone else. Can you kind of explain the history on what inspired this idea for you both to have this in the community? I know you were kind of speaking a bit about this before, but I kind of wanted to help get the word out and explain to people of why this idea really came out.
For sure. And so it came about from a tragedy. A close friend of ours died by suicide, and through the grieving process really found out a lot about mental health, and so we knew nothing prior to surgeon passing away. And when we started to grieve together, we had a counselor come by and talk to us about what to expect in the weeks to come and the months to come, and a lot of the stuff was kind of mind-blowing and alarming, and we knew so little, and it was like, wow, like if we know this little, imagine how many other people out there know just as little, if not even less. And so we're like, man, like there's such a gap here, and there was stigma, and we realized that surgeon had reached out to his family, but they tried to do everything they could, but again, it was a stigma, and he hadn't opened up to us as friends. And so we're like, man, like, if we can just slowly start to break down the barriers, do something about the stigma, and so that people actually are able to open up, let's do it. And so we kind of ran with that idea, and wanted to do something where we can give back to the community, and in honor of surgeon. And so what we thought was, well, we're all active guys, why not do a run walk? And what we wanted to do was make it accessible. And so what I mean by accessible is just remove financial barriers, because not everybody can pay to attend a run walk. And so what we've done is through friends and local corporations, is we've just kind of collected money from a sponsorship standpoint, where everybody can participate for free. They get a free t-shirt, free breakfast, free lunch, and it's just a fun-filled opportunity where there's jumpy castles, there's a DJ, there's yoga. So it's really like a festival trying to promote mental health, individual mental health, encouraging people to talk about it, connecting people to resources. So there's going to be information booths at the event, and really trying to connect people with resources, rather than people slowly start to talk about it and open up, and then run into obstacles of trying to find out, where do I get this help? So it's, why not bring the system, why not bring the support system to the people? It's kind of where we're at. So that's a bit of a background.
Well, that's definitely an amazing initiative, especially when you were saying just a little bit about the activities involved as well, and the fact that people can participate in this for free, don't have to spend much or anything at all. I think it's really nice to kind of have that inclusive type of event. And I kind of wanted to help get the information out there as well about like when this will be and where exactly, just for people, residents here in the border city that may be interested.
Yeah, for sure. So it's actually happening this Saturday morning in Millwood, so the south side of Edmonton. It starts at 9 a.m. with pancake breakfast and yoga, and then we'll also have a bunch of games and activities and thousands of dollars in prizes, really almost like door prizes, or encouraging people to mingle with those information booths. So we'll kind of have like a passport type system, where if you visit the booth, you get a passport stamped, and then your name goes into draw. So all of that type of stuff will start at 9, and then the actual run walk is at noon, and then followed by a lunch. And so if people are able to make it out to Millwoods, fantastic. But what we're really trying to do is make this movement nationwide or even internationally. And so if you're not able to make it, just spend some time that morning thinking about your own mental health, the mental health of others. Maybe go for a walk, and visit our website. We have resources page there, or just better understand where support systems are within your community. And that's really the goal, is to connect people to resources and make them aware of what help is available. So great if you can make it, but just spend some time for yourself in your own communities if you can.
And you were saying that, for 7 years now, how would you say that support has been in previous years when it comes to this walk and run, and just helping support mental health, especially with how much that's been raised so far and what exactly the proceeds go towards?
Yeah, so it just gets bigger and better every year. And when we started off, we really didn't have any information booths in attendance. It was more about just slowly starting to kind of get the community together. But then realize that, hey, this is a great opportunity for people to educate themselves. And so the goal is, if people leave with more information than they came with, it's a success, right? Maybe it's a business card, maybe it's a direction, or maybe it's just hope. And so each year we have more and more organizations attend. And in terms of giving back to the community and the fundraising side, yes, there's absolutely an opportunity for people to donate. This year our charity of choice is the Glen Rose Foundation, and they do absolutely brilliant stuff in the community. And we've worked with the Mental Health Foundation in the past, Canadian Mental Health Association, CASA. And so what we're really trying to do is build an opportunity to connect different organizations through our movement, where we're able to promote them, but also raise funds for them. So that's kind of where we're at. And we had a spell of 2 years where we were online, virtual. And you know what? It actually worked out really well. We broke down geographical barriers. And so we actually used Zoom, and we were in 7 countries where people were walking virtually.
Wow.
And so we had information booths, virtual information sessions. So, people from 7 different countries logged in and learned about their mental health. And so, as the years continue, I think we'll just continue to expand and maybe, 1 year we're Alberta-wide, and then maybe 5 years from now we're Canada-wide, and then internationally. So.
Perfect. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining me today, Jake. I'm really glad we're helping kind of get the word out, a few days beforehand of when this happens here in Edmonton. And I hope a lot more people will come out and help support now, with it being in person. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your support.
And taking a look now at your 7-day forecast for Lloydminster. Friday, it's going to be 25 degrees for the high, some cloud here and there. The sun should be peeking through. As we move on to the weekend, Saturday, it looks to be a little bit rainy. We might see some lightning here and there as well. 26 degrees for the high on that day. Sunday, the last day of the weekend, 25 degrees for the high. It'll be some clouds here and there. The sun should peek through. Same thing for Monday, 26 degrees for the high on that day. Then on Tuesday, the sun will start to come out a little bit more. It'll be 27 degrees on that day for the high. Wednesday and Thursday, they'll be really nice, bright, sunny days. 27 degrees for the high on that day. Wednesday, 28 degrees for the high on Thursday. Your averages for the week, 26 degrees for the high and 14 degrees for the low.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Marcus. It's great to see those warm temperatures coming in the tail end of our summer here in the border city. That's all the time we have for our first hour of primetime local news, but stay with us. Our second hour continues next.